She is a doctor.
I mean,
No, but I'm familiar with Kim Kardashian and all that. Her stuff is not fake. She actually has the bosom.
It would have been really funny if a Republican asked her.
Go ahead.
And he was doing somersaults onto the debate stage with aviator glasses, doing finger guns. And liberals were eating that up like that had any basis in reality. And that's just one part of it, of course. But that was one part of this massive deception to foist Biden on the public, to conceal his illness, to conceal his cognitive decline, his physical decline. And now they're just admitting it. They've conducted 200 interviews since the election from Democratic insiders inside the government, and they all say this was a dying man. Since at least 2023, he was having significant challenges, debilitating challenges, and they hid it. They lied.
Everybody's been posting about it. Everyone, if you want to, just post about it right now. His tag is Choose Good Karma, Mr. Not Player. Not Player? That's funny. I should have just greeted you that way. Not Player? You're not right about that shit? Nope. That's funny. Isn't that divine? That's divine.
Will, what I wanted to do is I wanted to talk to you about Shane. He blocked me, and I'm not really sure why he blocked me. And I wanted to know why he has a backdoor control to Periscope.
All right. I don't want to troll people. I don't want to make fun of him. But I'll just say this though. I'll say that
That's good.
you did. That was pretty good, Helmo. But for the most part, I don't even think Shane blocked him. I think the other guy that Shane is friends with is who blocked him.
Exactly. He's blaming Shane for the other guy's action. That's pathetic.
There's a grown-ass man that just came in here and bitched. What the fuck was that?
He ain't no player.
Well, I don't know. I mean, at least he came up into a space and tried to talk about it, but then he was trying to make all these claims about him having access to fucking Periscope. The thing is that 10 people got blocked on the same day. I could name the 10 accounts. Those 10 don't all have access into fucking Periscope, so that's why my point is making that claim on a thread where no one even mentioned it. He's implying indirectly, tying Shane to some sort of fucking specific violations of terms of service. And that's why I spoke up. I was like, either you are misinformed or you're full of shit.
Amazing. It's probably personal what happened to him because Shane isn't stupid. He plays along with the rules in terms of if he knows his shit, he knows the game. It was a personal attack. I could bet you that.
Well,
Thanks, Mexican Mussolini. We appreciate you, buddy.
That's so funny.
Out of curiosity, who are the other 10?
The what? So, okay, hold on. There was a bunch of people. I can name some of them.
Or if there's like a post or something.
Fuck. Oh, God, I thought I just opened another space on accident. So, there's the Bricks info account. There was this Aladdin 1983 account. There was this Baron Trump coin account. There was a whole bunch under confined. What's his name? He listed a bunch of them under his posts. Let me go to what's his name? Is confined, right? Hold on, confined.
Yeah, if you can just link the post.
Well, these are 3 different posts. I'll send them all to you. Oh, unconfined. That's what the fuck it is. Confined. Okay, so he posted about them as well. But yeah, anyway, I will send them to you, but people are listing them all over the place.
It's a pretty interesting set of accounts.
Damn, he posts a lot. You know what I'm saying? Hold on a second. Man, it takes me so long to write one post. I don't see how people do this. Okay, so here it is.
Sure, something like I should not be held responsible for my own words. I mean, it's just I don't know what to say. I mean, it's very, very
Well, I mean,
silly.
I think the natural reaction most people would have if they discovered that they were being filmed.
The Jewish people care about themselves and nobody else. To the point of, if someone is the obstacle for Jewish people, they will genocide them. That's the problem. And Ben Shapiro is the shining example of that. He's the worst example because he has said in the past that he's only loyal to America or likes America because we support Israel. Even according to Kant, this is wrong. We're instrumentalizing a vast group of people for the sake of other people. This is, by definition, unethical, by definition, evil, by definition, immoral and disloyal and odious to any sensible person. Ben Shapiro gives a reaction to the Heil Hitler song. And he goes on a 10, 15-minute screed about how Ye is an idiot and it's evil and Hitler's evil and anyone who likes it is evil and an idiot. And he's so filled with anger, he's so filled with contempt, so filled with pride and wrath, and anger. And he delivers this 11-minute screed. And I saw it, and I have my usual reaction to that. But I saw that on the video, the likes and the dislikes were surprising. The dislikes outnumbered the likes 2-1. So Ye puts out a song that says, all my niggas Nazis, nigga Heil Hitler, which at any other time, if it were any other person, I feel like
with a
would be,
nice.
I don't think people would have a very positive response to
Play here.
maybe a couple years ago, 10 years ago.
Yes,
if it was a different
fine.
person in a different way.
Thank you.
Ben Shapiro responds negatively to the song. Shapiro says, that's a terrible song, you're an idiot, you're a horrible anti-Semite.
Thank you.
Good.
And everyone hates the video, they hate the reaction. 2-1, 6,000 dislikes, 3,000 likes. Twice as many people disagreed with Shapiro, they liked the song, as people that agreed that said it's a horrible anti-Semitic song. And all the comments are negative too. And you see a development like that, it reminds me, because I was with him a couple weeks ago when he says the Heil Hitler song, it just feels like we're winning. He goes, I uploaded Heil Hitler. Now what? Now what? He kept saying. And that's how I feel. It's like Heil Hitler comes out, everybody's just enjoying it. Nor like regular people like Joe Rogan, like Russell Brand, mainstream, not even people that are extremely right-wing or racist or whatever.
To the stretching
Even
of
a lot of
composite
non-white
bow.
people
Please take
are
my
saying,
clothes,
I like the
Ezekiel."
song, it's catchy, it's good, and I kind of see where he's coming from. Now what? And I love it because this is just like a full frontal assault on the Matrix. Because the Matrix has fortified certain positions. And Hitler and the Holocaust is the biggest one of them all. They have ideologically fortified this position. It's very important to them. It is very important for the Matrix that you think Hitler is worse than the devil, is worse than the Antichrist. It is very important to the Matrix that you weep at a Holocaust museum and observe that almost with religious fervor, that you view the Holocaust as sacramental. It's a heavily fortified position. Why? Because that is a form of emotional blackmail. It's a form of language and moral control. And that's a foundation for political control. They have defined our moral framework. The worst thing you could be is a Hitler. And what's a Hitler? A racist, a white supremacist, maybe more than anything, an anti-Semite. He's a nationalist. He's a dictator. More than anything, he's an anti-Semite. By defining our moral compass, they're defining who we are. They're defining our politics. The worst thing you could be is a Hitler. The best thing you could be is a noble Holocaust survivor, like Elie Wiesel. Never mind that he's a liar. His whole story's fabricated. Never mind that he's a Jewish supremacist and doesn't care about anybody other than Jewish people. He was the victim. Hitler was the oppressor. Hitler executed the Holocaust. Elie Wiesel survived it. So one is an angel and one is a demon. And what's more, the language too. Anyone that disagrees with the Matrix is a Nazi. You're a Nazi. You're an anti-Semite. You're a racist. And nobody wants to be called those things because we don't want to be excluded from society. If Nazis are evil, if Hitler's evil, if that's the most evil thing you can be, that creates the society we all live in. That creates social rules. It creates a certain language, a lexicon. And so in order not to be called the Nazi or a racist and ostracized from polite society, we change our politics. We mask our politics in certain ways. This is the basis of political control. That's why it's such a fortified position. And when somebody goes out, and they don't necessarily say, I'm a neo-Nazi, National Socialist, I believe everything that Hitler did, or I like the Holocaust, or something like that. But when somebody comes forward and just trivializes it and says, I don't care about it, I think it's a joke. Oh, you care a lot about this? You think that calling me Hitler will control me? You think calling me Hitler will blackmail me? You think I can't criticize you or disagree with you because I'm so afraid of being called Hitler and ostracized because I'm being morally blackmailed into thinking I'm a bad person because I disagree with you and you call me some name? I think it's a joke. Well, how about this? How about Heil Hitler? How about I am a Nazi? Now what? Now what? Oh, you're going to call me a Nazi? I don't care. You're going to call me Hitler? I don't care about that either. Now what? I don't like what the ADL is doing. I don't like that they're acting on behalf of Israel to surveil and censor Americans. I don't like that Israel's carrying out a genocide and bribing our Congress to support it. I don't like that Jews in Israel control our media and manipulate us with language to control our politics. You're going to call me a Hitler for all that? Fine. I don't care. All my niggas are Nazis and Heil Hitler. Now what? And if everybody else says, I don't care either, now what? And he posted that clip from that movie, Ants, where what are they, grasshoppers or locusts or something? I'm talking about the cartoon movie, Ants. And the locusts oppress the ants. And they say, there's fewer of us than there are of them. If one ant stands up and they all do, then we're finished. That's really what's happening here. This is a pay no attention to the man behind the curtain moment. This is why it's so important. And notice there's a fine line because there's really a few different approaches with something like this. Now, when you're being berated and called a Nazi or Hitler or racist or this and that, you're expressing what you feel, what you observe, what you see, what your beliefs are. There's a couple of other ways people react to this. People say, I'm not a Nazi. Look, I'll prove it. There's another way people react. They say, oh, maybe I am a Nazi. Maybe I do hate all these people. Maybe I am a hater and a violent person. Maybe I do want to oppress races or something like that. Maybe I want people to think of me as a transgressive villain. And I think that neither of those are the right approach because there is a subtle distinction. I've seen it go a few different ways. I've seen people like Tucker Carlson and Dave Smith and Daryl Cooper and others, and they say, oh, please, I'm not a Nazi. I have a Jewish producer, and I'll say it's not all Jews, it's just Zionists and this and that, and create these artificial distinctions. And that's feeding into the narrative that anyone that disagrees is a real Nazi, and real Nazis are the worst thing you can be, and that still controls your political language. The other way you could go is say, Nazis are evil and I'm evil. Nazis are evil and they do kill people and they do hate people, and I am that. I am that which they call me. I'm going to own it and I'm going to be what they characterize me as. And I think that's wrong too, because that also plays into it. If they're telling you you cannot have these opinions, you cannot say these things, you cannot criticize this individual or group or this policy because that makes you a Nazi and a Nazi is the worst thing you can be, If you say, you're right, but I'm not a Nazi, you're agreeing. That is the framework. If you say, you're right, and I am evil, I am a Nazi, you're supporting that framework. But if you look at that framework and say, that framework doesn't control me, you can call me that, I don't care. I'm normal, I'm a good person, I'm a Christian, I'm American, I love my people, I don't like genocide. For disagreeing with you or the way things are, I just don't care anymore. Fine. You're a Nazi, you like Hitler, okay, Heil Hitler. All my niggas are Nazis, now what?
Make it a
That's
habit.
why they work overtime to portray him as mentally ill. Because when you say someone's mentally ill, you say, oh, well, it doesn't matter what they say, they have no agency.
Alright, I think we can fast forward a little bit of this. I think we get the point there. By the way, I just figured out a life hack. If you just play Nick Fuentes, all the Jews leave your stage. It's really cool. Anyway, we'll note that for later. Anyway, you guys want to do a quick round, see what everybody thinks of that? I mean, Nick's got a point. I think he's exhaustively, crucifying this point, but it's a good point.
Are you shitting me? Nobody listens to that Kanye fucking N-word trash. That music sucks. Nick Fuentes sucks. You Jewish derangement syndrome people suck. You got no lives. You come here on X all night long, talk about the Jews. You're obsessed with Jews. Do something with your lives.
Use your words. Use your words. I don't understand half of what. I don't understand your accent. What accent is that? Where are you from?
I'm from the land of psychologists, and we study Jewish derangement syndrome, and people like Nick Fuentes, these Catholic incels from the suburbs outside of Chicago, their whole lives are nothing but Jewish derangement syndrome. It's a comedy routine. You guys are JDS comedians, and it's not that funny. JQ Radio sucks. Your comedy sucks. You guys gotta get smarter. The Jews aren't responsible.
I don't know what is wrong with you. We're listening to Nick Fuentes. I mean, what do you want? Nobody's even really talking about Jews. Oh, I said all the Jews leave my stage. Oh, yeah, okay. That means I'm obsessed with Jews. You're retarded. Anyway.
Jewish Question Radio. I mean, the Jews are attacking and killing thousands of Palestinians at this very moment in the Gaza Strip. And they're about to send...
I can't even take you seriously. Can you speak in a normal voice, please?
I'm just saying the Jews are attacking in the Gaza Strip right now. And they are taking out the Hamas militants. And they're going to send 1 million Palestinians to Libya. Donald Trump and Benjamin Netanyahu are committing genocide.
Jeez, you're pissing me off. It's so late. I don't want to listen to that stupid shit.
I'm sorry, but I'm a musician and I work with Kanye West. How hit it, nigga?
I don't know what you're doing right now, but you sound like you're on drugs. So, I don't know, man.
I'm just saying Nick Fuentes sucks and JQ Radio sucks. You all gotta do something with your fucking lives. This is pathetic. And a fat Nazi bitch who hates the Jews on this app is the most sickening thing.
Do you think you're making Jews look good by doing this? You sound like you're on drugs.
Trying to make Jews look good. How do you make a group of people who are the chosen people look good? They already look good in the eyes of Hashem, Rabbeinu Shalom.
Shut up. What? Okay, they're chosen. Chosen to do what?
To justice and to the law. Hashem gave them the law at Mount Sinai.
No, stupid. They're chosen to follow the commandments. That's what they are chosen to do.
Yeah, pursue justice. Use the law for your own advantage.
Okay, what law are they pursuing by ethnically cleansing Palestine since 1948?
Kill thy neighbor who commits terrorism against thee. That's number 11 in the 11 Commandments.
I'm going to take you back to 1948. Who committed terrorism against them in 1948?
The British.
The British. Dude, you are a retard. You are a raving lunatic, and you sound like you're on drugs.
Well, this is what JQ Radio does. You guys are all just a bunch of raving JDS lunatic morons.
It's because we're... Come on. Okay, dude, we are raving lunatics. You sound like a cartoon.
Listen, you
character.
guys fucking translate Adolf Hitler from German to English. I said that's pretty stupid.
A single point.
We did not translate anything. Those transcripts have existed for like decades, dude. All
You
he
mean
did-
you're not actively doing new translations to figure out if there's not something new that Hitler said that you
literally have a
missed?
fire alarm, like in your background, bro.
Hello? Can you hear me? I'm talking. Stop interrupting me. I'm just saying you guys got to go to the park this summer, go to the gym, read a book, do something with your lives instead of creating Jewish question radio all around. It's pathetic.
What is the last? No, I mean, thanks for the.
Get a girlfriend. Download Hinge and Bumble. Have you heard of women?
Bro, I can't.
Women.
Thanks for the tip.
Get a girlfriend. Download Hinge and Bumble. Have you heard of women?
Bro, I can't listen to
Women.
Okay, I mean, you had your chance. Like, I don't know what you're trying to accomplish. You're proving us completely correct.
Get rid of him.
Yeah, they're unhinged lunatics who happen to like doing drugs. Like, you sound... I've never heard a decent human being ever come across like that. I mean, you're trying to make it into some kind of comedy routine. I get that, but dude, it's not working. No, we're not going to just stop doing JQ Radio because you came up here and you spurged out and you did a little too much, I don't know, you know, that little, the little Zelensky powder there. I don't know what is wrong with you, but yeah, bro, get help.
Like Jewish poison.
Wait, that wasn't a scheduled bit. That guy was for real.
Yeah, dude, we paid him in matzo balls. No, man, not a scheduled bit, but hey, I'm welcome. I would love for someone to. I've been waiting for like days at this point to confront a MAGA, to confront a Jew. They don't even come up here anymore. We just get these like schizoid retards who think it's like. I mean, was that funny? Was anybody entertained? I was just deeply annoyed.
No, it was like having a needle in your ear. It hurts.
Like sirens going off in the background. It's a mental institution. Wow. Okay. I guess, guys, that's our. I don't even know. Like, I can't even call that person an enemy or an adversary. Like, that's just like unhinged lunatic behavior, and I think really justifies exactly the reason why we have JQ Radio and why it is one of the most popular spaces on X. So there you go, guys. You're welcome. At least I got some of you to wake up and request the mic again here. Oh, we got a MAGA. Cool, we got a MAGA. Oh, and a MAGA who still hasn't been blocked from the space yet. Amazing. Craigsman, you can come up too. I think he changed his PFP. Alright, cool. Got some new people. Craigsman. Just tell me how to say your name properly so I don't butcher it.
Craigsman.
Go ahead, brother.
I was laughing my ass off when he said it's the British fault. Like, and there was not a single coherent thing that came out of whatever gender that motherfucker's mouth was.
I'm not even sure, dude. I don't even know what to say. Like, I'm not sure what that was, but yeah, it was the British committing acts of terrorism against a state that didn't even exist in a colony that they claimed to have owned, but really, I mean, there's questions even about that. So, they
terrorized the British. They terrorized everybody, and they strong-armed their way to getting that state. I mean, I don't understand how people twist
everyone
the other
who
way
worked
around.
for the British, like the whole reason Britain was able to do anything there at all was because the Palestinians they hired, because the Palestinians were smart. They knew how to do stuff, and this was their mistake. I mean, I get it. They should have never let them in. But at the end of the day, the whole reason anything worked there at all was because the Palestinian people. you know? And then they come along from Eastern Europe with their mafias and gangs and just ruthlessly start killing people. I mean, guys, the stories, and these are stories they tell themselves. Like, these aren't stories that we extrapolate out of history and it's a mistranslation. They come up here and they will proudly tell you how their grandparents and their father would, like, shoot the testicles off of little
some
boys.
yoga, make a
Like,
kid
this
of
is
those
the kind of
fellas.
stuff. They would, like, make them drink gasoline and then, like, light them on fire so they'd, like, explode from the inside. Like, this is what they did. You know,
It literally sounds so absurd. Like, unless you do any amount of research, it's like there's no way. That is way too crazy for a human being to have conceived. What do you mean? But then you find out, oh, it's fucking true. Good lord.
Yeah, and like, didn't you start finding out like who are the children of these guys? Like Rom and Ari Emanuel, their father was a bomb maker, like a prolific bomb maker terrorist in the air gun. I mean, he's even like, he's revived.
Like, different kinds of death, like this kind of, like, but there's nothing that they haven't done to the Palestinians. Like, pretty much anything imaginable, not for, like, a normal Gentile, because your brain doesn't even go there. It's just so despicable and disgusting. But even by Israel's standards today, a complete genocidal fake nation of demons, even they condemn.
Do you know how fucking deranged you are right now? You're making all or nothing statements, and what you're saying isn't even true. It's ridiculous. You're the unhinged. All this whole show is nothing but projection and spam and hypnosis. You guys are losers. Do something with your lives. Like, I don't know, create some art or something. But this ain't art. This ain't comedy. This is stupidity.
Alright, dude, first of all, whatever is going on in the background there, that has to stop. You can't stay on the stage. Because it's just screeching. It sounds like a siren. I don't know if the orderly is going to get it. Clearly do not sound mentally okay. Use your normal voice. But everything that was just said, Ari and Ram Emanuel's father was indeed a member of Irgun. Irgun is indeed condemned by Israel today as a terrorist organization. Go look it up. It'll take you about 5 seconds to figure that out. They were the ones who did the King David Hotel bombing. Alright? No one even is going to dispute that. So I don't know where we went wrong there. I'm gonna give you one last, like, literally sentence, and then you can fuck off.
Yeah, I mean...
The double 11. Sorry, bud. Voice. Is that what you look like? Is that a picture of you?
He has a Masonic book in there, so that just says a lot.
Oh my god, look at the size of the nostril. It's gigantic. Oh my god. The man likes books. Oh my god, he loves America. We only kill 100,000 babies a month in this country and cost $1 billion a month to give to Planned Parenthood. You guys are worried about some Jews in Israel. You got bigger fish to fry, you schmucks.
Planned Parenthood is Jewish, dumbass.
I'm just saying that the Jewish Question radio show is all projection and spam and hypnosis, and you guys are losers. It's not academic, it's not educational. It's just stupid people. I mean, we just listened to Nick Fuentes for 30 fucking minutes. He is the dumbest fucking Catholic faggot you've ever met. The man is a fucking pathetic retard, and Kanye West is a mental health lunatic. And you keep saying I'm crazy. You're projecting. This is all you do with your life. It's pathetic. Get a girlfriend. Go on Hinge and Bumble. Make a baby like Elon Musk says. Make a baby. Make a baby and fix America and pay down the debt and go back to work and start paying your taxes so you can pay down the debt. It's that 40 trillion, 100 billion a month in interest.
Okay, dude, calm down. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? Are you Jewish?
I'm just saying all communication is spam and hypnosis and Projection and Jewish Question Radio. You guys are some of the stupidest, most brainwashed people I've ever heard on social media audio platforms. Get a fucking life. It's pathetic. I mean, look at my huge nostril and just focus in on my nose and just question everything you've ever said and just realize how stupid you are. It's a waste of time. It's a fucking waste of time. I mean, I go read a book every morning. You know, I got things to do.
I don't think you know what
If methamphetamine could talk, that's what it would sound like.
Yeah.
Is this what methamphetamine sounds like? Oh man, talk to.
It's like he's taking a puff of helium every single time.
I don't know.
I'm sorry you don't like me. I know you guys are Nazis, so you do speech police, but I'm sorry if I don't sound the way you normally like people to sound. I'm just saying that you all need to fucking look in the mirror and know you're your own worst enemy. You guys are stupid. It's called a book. Open fucking books and read a lot of good books and learn how stupid you really are.
Oh, we read a lot of those. That's exactly why we don't like you.
That's the
Yeah.
whole point.
I don't think you picked up a book in like.
I don't think you realize who you're talking to.
Have you read
Oh, you guys are fucking historians. I didn't know that. I mean, tell me the last good book you read.
Hold on. You're not gonna.
D-class CIA documents. They're shit you can read that they motherfuckers brag about.
Oh, wow. That's exciting stuff. Well, what did you learn that was so interesting?
Do you dispute that Rom and Ari Emanuel's father was in?
No, their dad was in the military, and he was a bomb explosive ordnance expert. He knew how to create thermite detonations like the World Trade Centers. And World Trade Center 7 that fell from office fires, furniture burning at high levels of Fahrenheit, brought down a whole fucking building in 8.5 seconds at the speed of gravity.
All right, dude, you gotta stop, man. Like you are. We can talk. Like you're not winning anybody over. I'll give you a chance for like.
I'm not trying to win your audience of losers here who listen to your bullshit. And a lot of people just laugh at you here. It's not like people think you're a credible source of information. You're a fucking loser. Everybody here knows it. JQ Radio's a bunch of fucking losers. Kicked me. Oh, that was a good one. We roasted the shit out of him. Fuck, I want to hear the response. Oh, I think I'm blocked. He blocked me from the room across all my accounts. You can't see it. Can't see it. Do we have it at this phone? Damn, can't find it. Fuck, can't find it. Maybe they closed the room.
Have an ancestors. Alright, this is X Spaces Restaurant.
I mean, they have their hands in everything, and it just, it's just something that most of us laymen are not really privy to all of the tentacles that they.
They own the prisons.
I mean, it's just crazy. It's crazy. But to your point, Cash, you have to be in the know. You have to be paying attention, to what's going on. And the biggest thing is not so much the news, but following the money. Like when you follow the financial, segments and
just to our foreign aid, we still will provide more foreign aid, more humanitarian support than the next 10 countries combined, than the entire OECD, and far more than China. China doesn't do humanitarian aid. China does predatory.
The centerpiece of the Pfizer papers is an intentional attack on human sexuality, and especially on women and babies. They killed the babies and they knew it. They poisoned the breast milk and they knew it. They damaged the placentas and they knew it. They low.
All right, let me get this straight, because I'm a little slow. MSG in food, bad. MSG in vaccine. It's good. Aluminum in
Do them niggas know how to farm in South Africa though without the white people? Like, you get all the white people out, okay, that's cool. But like, do they know how to farm?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm sure they do because they, at one point, apartheid really just ended not too long ago. And, the crackers wasn't doing the labor. So obviously the niggas know how to farm. In South Africa, they'll be okay without some crackers. But the crackers is coming over here to take over the farms from the niggas here.
It's not enough of them to take over the farms here.
It'll be more. Them little 57 ain't it, it's more. Like, all of them could come if they want to.
Well, you have to.
Thank you, President, for that one, Steph. Thank you.
You gotta give up something. You gotta give up something to get something.
Yeah,
Right?
that's the stupidest shit. Give up what to get what? Give up what to get what?
We gave up. He got the immigrants out. And what's his name? The African white boy. He got to bring his people here.
Wait, hold on.
At the expense of who? Who do you think that's going to affect?
I got a question for Cash. So I just was looking at the biggest shareholders of BlackRock, and the very first one is the Vanguard Group.
Makes sense.
They're all invested in. Yeah, they're like one entity, but they're not. But they're all invested in each other and invested in the same things.
And Bank of America, and you know what? It's that right there says a lot.
Yeah, Disney.
You understand the Vanguard Group and who they are and their history, and wow.
Yeah, Disney, Lockheed Martin, Google, Apple, real estate, Sicko. It's so much. I can't even remember this stuff by heart. Waymo, like the company that owns Waymo, the automated vehicles. I think that's under Google. But yeah, the Google. It's so many. It's like every sector you can think.
Yeah, Lockheed Martin is in Orlando, and
I drove through there a few times.
Nobody cares, nigga.
They got Lockheed Martin in many different states sponsor.
No, I'm talking about Orlando.
Okay, in your
Where
state.
simulation and visualization is actually a thing.
Oh, Amazon too, and they own more shares in Tulsa than Elon Musk combined with. They own in Trump's group. What is it? True something or whatever it is, the parent company of one of his companies. Yeah.
They probably got some kind of connection to the Trump coin too.
But like y'all bring up this stuff like Lockheed, Rock, or whatever, BlackRock, whatever, Vanguard. It's like, but like, okay, but is it because you just like feel ashamed that there's a slave class and you benefit from it?
No, it's like, what does that have to do with? Why would I feel ashamed?
No, because like,
if you think of
you're shifting the goalposts.
No, because the people.
That's not moving the goalposts. That's speaking on what most people don't know, and basically what really is our government and who's controlling.
I think what he's trying to say is, for the most part, the whole American history has been the country has been owned. The majority of the country has been owned by 3 or 4 major families. You know what I mean? Like, this isn't nothing that's brand new. This is just being taken over by a new set. You know what I mean? Right. And I'm sure they still got a tie to the old money.
Indeed.
It's some kind of blood.
Why would I be ashamed?
Because you benefit from slave labor from the Mexicans.
Man, if you don't get the fuck up out of here.
That's why.
Bro,
relax. So now you just want to say, BlackRock is a slave.
It's actually like people really have a choice to operate in the system the way they operate. Like, at the end of the day, majority of us are fucking slaves.
Maybe you're not.
Probably like the Mexicans, the only slaves.
Hey, y'all. I can mow my own lawn. And we just blow dog shit up on our cars.
I've met the people that work there, y'all. I've met the people that work there.
Met the Mason Lodge?
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the Ye.
Where? You met Ye?
You met Kanye?
What the fuck? We not. Quantum. What are y'all on? Are y'all okay?
Drinking juice.
Lex, what's the name of the company? Lex, what? What's the name of the company? No, not BlackRock, the other company.
Lockheed Martin?
Lockheed Martin, okay. Yay, I was in simulation and visualization. I just transferred to game development this past month.
Nigga,
this nigga's been around the world and hated it.
I don't even care. But guess what,
I'm trying to tell y'all, bro.
Guess what? Wait, hold on, Quantum.
No, let me talk.
Wait, hold on, real quick.
I'm right here.
You
I can talk
quantum
with my
leaping
intention.
all over the world.
No,
I
you're
get
gonna
it.
define something that I didn't tell you or give you
we
permission
don't really
to do.
care.
You saying that? Be quiet, please.
Okay.
What I'm saying is that I met the people who worked at Lockheed Martin.
Shut the fuck up.
And what? You met them and what?
What the fuck do we care?
What does that matter?
It's plenty of black people that work with
Exactly. I know black people that work at Lockheed Martin.
What are you talking about?
Come on, y'all. Hear me out.
Come on, bro. I thought they enslaving them.
What I'm trying to convey is that the people that I've met that work at Lockheed Martin is a pastor here in Atlanta. One, at my sister's event. She's a singer, y'all. She had an event, and the guy just retired from Lockheed. And I told him that I was in simulation and visuals. He said, yo, they're spending a lot of money there, right? And then in my time transit operator work, I met a young nigga who worked there in the building.
Mute blood tripping. What the fuck, man?
How
much they paying them?
Get off the weed, man.
Stop
taking the money. I don't know what the fuck going on.
Bro, don't play with me, bro.
I don't ever bring it.
Quantum, what's the basis of you meeting those people? Like, what does it have to do with the connection of the people who own the companies are controlling basically our government and what's happening in our society?
I can't deny the fact that our talent has always been pulled. And also, too, like, there are a lot of us who have pipelines which haven't been established yet. So is there going to be a black Tony Stark that's going to come up in the next couple years? Watch.
All right, that's where you lost.
Yeah, the perks is perky.
They slaves,
I can't do it. I can't do it because I can't do it.
That was ridiculous. Anyway.
You was going somewhere, and then you just took left.
Yeah.
Bro, I never had a lot of nobody ever in my life. You hear me? Never. I ain't never had a lot of nobody. And won't.
That's grand. Quite grand.
So the point of it all is Americans don't want slave labor. You want to pay high prices for everything. That's what you're saying.
Correct.
Well, we gonna pay high prices.
Ain't no such thing as slave labor, baby.
How much they gonna charge us?
You can just go live in the forest or work at the mall. Shit in a bucket.
We got crazy infrastructure issues that are not being solved. We have crazy home issues that are not being solved. So, like, a lot of our shit is just going to fall up on top of us, basically, because none of these problems are being solved or innovated in a way that benefit people. So, when we talk about moving forward, we're moving forward in the aspect of they're moving forward and shitting on us. Meanwhile, we still got lead pipes in majority of the cities.
We the people.
What are we gonna do about that?
I don't think people from other countries understand that. So we focus so much on immigration. They left out infrastructure. They left out They left out the cost of living. They left out housing. They left out what? Because none of these other problems are being solved. Like Chan said, the only problem that's being solved is immigration. And kudos to you for that. But it ain't helping the people. It ain't helping us in no kind of way.
For you people in Georgia, you know what's on the rise for you people in Georgia?
Listen.
The investment groups. Hold on, because I think you said you were in Georgia. These investment groups, like J.P. Morgan and other groups similar to that, they are buying up single-family residences like it's it's on the dollar menu.
They've been doing that for
years. Are invested in J.P. Morgan too.
They've been doing that for years.
Eventually, no, but here's the thing that I thought was quite interesting. So during COVID, you saw a lot of things, let me just say on my timeline, with people squatting in people's properties and things of that nature, right? And there's squatter laws. In California, the squatter laws is insane. But in Georgia, they had squatter laws as well, right? Well, what I found interesting is once J.P. Morgan upped the stake of how many single-family residents they own, which I believe it's somewhere in the market of 50 to 60,000 homes that they own, right? Once they begin to do that, guess what happened in Georgia beginning this year?
What?
It is a felony to squat. You know why? Because they changed the legislature. They made it where squat in my shit if you want to. But guess what? That person who owned a home, just one home outside of their, primary residence, people was losing their properties or losing all of the equity that they had in those properties from people squatting. But the minute that the people that owned 50,000 of them hoes went and did whatever they needed to do to change legislature, now squatting is a felony.
We gotta push back.
It's a felony. I mean, it's a felony here, but it really don't make the difference because here, Georgia is one of the only states that I've lived in that when you get a fucking eviction notice, your ass either gotta figure some shit out or move out because 7 days after the court date, they getting your ass up out of here, and that could be within the span of 20 to 30 days. They don't play here at all. So even with the squatter laws, if a person that owns the home, they file with the court, the only difference is it's gonna probably save the owners of the property money and doing the whole eviction thing. But here they don't really have. They don't
like that too.
They don't let squatters occupy a place for long. This ain't, you know what I mean? Like, they don't play like that here at all. Like,
but BK, imagine
they have no tenants rights here.
so
like,
imagine
tenants get the fuck on. That's why
but squatter and tenant not the same.
yeah, I'm saying, but it affects the same situation, like, because a squatter, like,
what about a grandma, BK? What about a grandma?
Hold on, with her. For instance, in New York, right? I also have a residence in New York. In New York, they take so long to kick somebody out, to evict somebody from the home, that if a person is legally squatting in that home, it'll take months to a year or longer to get removed. Whereas here, because they have such strict laws on tenants, if a person decides that, you know, they get evicted from a property, or they illegally enter a property, and the person that owns the property discovers it, it only takes for them to file a paperwork with the courts, and you do all of the paperwork in the courts to get you out of there. They'll send a marshal with no issue, but you have to pay the court fees, which a lot of people don't want to do. So I guess this whole making it a felony thing is going to cut that part out. But otherwise, they real strict here. It doesn't really matter.
Brooklyn, I have a question.
What?
What in an eviction process, have you been through an eviction process?
I haven't been through an eviction process, no.
Or a bank foreclosure?
I've been through a foreclosure process, but not an eviction.
Has that been changing the same rules?
The same thing applies to a foreclosure. You get a certain amount of time to get out. And if you don't get out, even with a sale of a property, you can't stay there past a certain time. Like,
right.
You will be evicted. The new property owners, all it takes is for them to file whatever paperwork that they need to file to get you out of there, and they can legally remove you with a marshal. Like, the marshal will enter the home. The Georgia, we're not.
Gone through some shit. I have
You
never.
mean like when I was a combat medic in Iraq and everybody that died in my hands?
No, I mean all of that and more.
You're talking about all the people that died in my hands?
No, that and more.
Why are you telling me to shush when people died in my hands?
Doc, because you're not listening to me.
Yeah, you're not appreciating veterans that died.
But Doc,
hey, it's Memorial Day coming up. I know that you're not a patriot because you don't want Americans to. Nah, Jeremy backed out because he got pussified. I'll wreck that motherfucker anytime I talk to that motherfucking cunt. The only way y'all beat me is when y'all kick me out.
somebody kick him up. Alright, so it's my turn again?
Lonzo. Come on.
Alright. Toward. Prepare. This room is going to shit, and I'm in. Now let's just say I'm sorry. say I'm sorry.
Why?
No reason.
Why are you being so mean to Ruby?
Because she started.
When she started? You blocked me. I know you did.
I block all dangerous people.
I'm not dangerous, my love.
You worship Santa Muerte.
Actually, you know, I
And you said you kill people without ever meeting.
You know, being that you grew up around it, you should know better.
You want to lose that pink ticket or what?
You're gonna make me lose my pink ticket?